prediction that there's no greatest multiple of 5. So I am going to say that the greatest multiple of 5, I can't write, multiple of 5 is 5n. But the problem is that I could add 5. And that would make it 5n plus 5. So then I could say, well, that's bigger than 5n, so I'll call 5n plus 5 equals 5n. But then I could say 5m, I could add another 5, and this would go on ad infinitum. So therefore, there is no greatest multiple of 5. Which is both good and a little odd. Okay, here we have a vector. The diagram shows points A and B, which have position vectors A and B with respect to O. P is the point on OB such that OP to PB is 3 to 1. So if P is there, that's 3/4 and that's 1/4. And then Q is the midpoint of AB. So let's draw that in. And that's Q, and that's half, and that's half. Right, we've got to find PQ in terms of AB. So let's just do P to B equals quarter B. B to A equals minus B plus A, so let's say A minus B. B to Q would equal a half A minus a half B, which I know I could write some other way, but I'm not going to. And P to Q, therefore, equals 1/4 B plus half A minus a half B, which if we clean it up is half A minus 1/4 minus a half, which is 1/4 B. And if we take 1/4 out, we get 2A minus B. Right, the line OA is extended to point R. And so PQR is a straight line. Oh, God. Well, yeah, I'm going to draw it in, but I can't be bothered. Explain why P to R is K times 2A minus B, where K is a constant. Well, we know that this line here is 1/4 of 2A plus B. So we know that the line is 2A minus B, and anything on it has to be a scale factor of that. So K is just bigger than 1/4. We don't know how big though. So let's determine the ratio of OA. Where's OA? So this to this. So if we know, so our O to A is A. And O to R is A plus, we could go, actually I can go round. Well, actually we know that, let's just do P to R. So we know P to R equals P to Q, which is 1/4 to A minus B, plus Q to A, which is another half of whatever that is, B minus A. b minus a plus somewhat of a. So that would equal, so that's half a, hold on, half a minus half a plus, I think it's 3/4 b. So that's half a minus 1/4 b plus half b minus half a, that's the other way around, so it's plus half a minus half b, so that's minus 3/4 b. Now, we know that in reality this is just going to be a to, it's just going to be O to R is going to be some aspect of a. So we know that it's going to be 3/4 of a. So, no, hold on. So we know that 3/4 of 2a minus b is going to be the answer to get from there to there. So that means that we know it's going to be minus 3/4 b, which is this bit there, and then 3/4 times 2a, which is 6/4a. So we know that that's 1, so we know that's 4/4a, and we know that's 6/4a, so proportionately that's 4 to 6, which is, that's 4 and 6, so that's 2/4. Oh, hang on, why am I being so stupid? That's 1 and 1 1/2. So that would be 1 to 2. So it's 2 to 1. And I've written that all over the place. There you go.